Today, we're going to talk about how to paint something white without being chalky. Okay, when I'm going to paint something white, I start out with blue and then I add some orange. They're opposite each other on the color wheel. Now, I might have a warm or a cool. It's kind of a gray. So I'm going to add some white to see what I have. White is the great equalizer. It's pretty warm. Now, I could tone it down and make it cooler by adding more blue, or I could make it warmer by adding more orange. But now I'm going to add some white out here on the edge. Okay, so now you can see what I really have there. And here comes some more white. So there's some values for you. Okay, so let's say I wanted to paint a white flower. So here I'm going to bring in look how much darker that looks than it actually looks on the palette. Okay, so then I would come back and I would put in the center of the daisy maybe. Now I'm going to wipe off most of this paint that I have. I'm not rinsing it, I'm just wiping it off. I'm going to add more white out here on the edge. What I'm doing is if you just painted white, it would be very flat and very chalky. So here I'm going to add some more layers. And again, I'm adding a little white to my darkest, my lightest value there. There. Now you can see that it's starting to have some depth to it. So I'm going to add some more white out here on the edge. It will never get completely white because it's got that color in there. So I'm just going to come in here and add some more. Yes, I'm covering up most of what I had. Well, what's the point then? Well, the point is to give it some depth. So now you sort of see this back here, and that looks like shadows and other layers of flowers. But when I'm painting something white, I always start with something gray, and this was a fairly warm gray, and then I bring it lighter as I come. I put more values in it, and then it gets much lighter. Now, I could, and I have, use like a very light lavender, a light green, a light yellow back here. And then, although I don't like the yellow, and then I pulled it back by adding more white to it. And it makes it an exciting daisy. But this is anything white. You don't ever just come in here and put some white on there because it's going to look very chalky. So you have to build up the color, and I start with a gray usually, but you could start with any other color depending on what you're painting. So don't think that you can just come in here and just add white to something and it'll be fine because it won't. You can see it needs that underneath of it to actually show you that it's there. Okay, I hope this made sense on how to use white. And I am so grateful that you were here today. And if you got something out of it, give me a thumbs up, throw me a comment. How do you create white in the comments? I'd appreciate that. I have created the 5 secrets every beginning artist should know. It's a downloadable workbook. It's free. I'm going to put the link in the description, and you can go down there and get that workbook. It has the 5 secrets. It also, on each page, it has a new secret. It has a to-do list, and then it leaves you a section to where you can put your own notes as to how you're going to use this, what this means, what you got from that, and keep that with your other art notes. And you'll use that in the future a lot. So anyway, thank you so much for being here today. Sharon Durbin Graves, paintingwithacrylics101.com. the best place for the beginners to get started.